Hello everyone, I'm Chester44 and welcome to this Let's Play of Blades of Avernum. Last episode, we made our way up the Mountain Watch Tower. Level 3 was a really difficult puzzle, but we managed to get through, although I admit I did have to look in the readme to find the solution. It didn't make much sense to me. Anyway, let's go in here. Looks like we're finally talking to someone. Who are you? And how did you get past my golems? We destroyed them. Remarkable. But you've yet to tell me who you are. I'm here to stop the bloodshed. Concerned with all those innocents dying? If you only knew. I've heard your story, and I remain unconvinced. What? I've spoken my story to no one. What could you know of it? I found your journal. Frankly, your story is full of holes. You need to explain yourself. Who are these dark agents that call back the painful past? These things have long been forgotten. Remember the journal. The journal was lost, and with it the vivid details of that momentous day. The day I received my task, of course. Yes? The journal may have survived. The journal was burned. I saw its pages consumed, and the tendrils of smoke carry away those painful memories forever. I was there as well. I rejoiced as the burden was lifted, but these adventurers have passed through what was deemed to be insurmountable. Who is to say that they cannot restore what was cast away? No one can put burned memories back together. Perhaps, but the time of retribution is at hand. If I don't understand the reason for my task, then I am doomed to fail. They speak true. It is time you remember the truth. All who were there that day never saw the sunrise. Who could this be? Who comes to remind me of what I've forgotten? The answer is obvious. It eludes me still. There was one who survived. I know there were none. Speak plainly. I speak with him now. No. Who else? But why? The time is at hand. Your resolve must be strong. Our resolve must be strong. Test? Now you see it. Did you conjure these haunting apparitions? Not I. Then it was her. Go back to that dark day. But it hurts too much. The victory will be sweeter if we understand the purpose of our crusade. But you saw the smoke. The memories burned with it. I never really forgot, and I know you couldn't either. No, the pain never did leave, but at least it was temporarily pushed to the back. No excuses. I've dragged us this far, but your constant lack of zeal has always been our weakness. No longer. I will go back to that day, if you will not. And when I return, you will never forget why you swore to pursue this fate. Enough! I will do it. Not for myself, not for you, but for her. Janok's eyes glaze over and he stares right past you across the room. I remember the journal, but now my mind is playing tricks on me. No, not tricks. She is trying to remind me of something. An important detail, perhaps. He launches into his story. Yes, I remember now. Delecia never came to our date, but why? This night has been amazing. Just one more thing. What's that? This. Delecia! Oh, hi, Janok. Did you have fun today? How could you? Why did you ditch me? I thought... Don't raise your voice at me. That you had feelings for me. Janok, you're scaring me. Baby, do you know this guy? We were friends when we were young. He used to live next door. I haven't talked with him since I moved away. I don't know why he is acting so strange. Why do you lie like that? Tell him about us. Tell him how you feel for me. Look, buddy, quit giving my girl a hard time. Don't hurt him. Just leave. Delecia doesn't want to talk to you anyway. You're wrong. I don't know what you've done to her, but she has always loved me. She doesn't want to see you. Why don't you... Ah! No! What has come over you? You were always so gentle. Oh, thank goodness he's still alive. You can heal him. It'll be like this never happened. No, I refuse.
Janok, we were friends. You can still do it. Do it for me.
Everything you told me was a lie. Why would you say those things if you were with another man?
Janok, please, talk sense. I don't know what you're talking about. I haven't talked with you in years.
You told me you loved me, but you left me alone at the festival to run off with him.
Janok, enough. I do care for you. Don't you remember the times we had? You're the only one who can save him. Heal him, please. Do it for our old friendship.
Our friendship ended the day you betrayed me.
You're right. You've always been selfish. He is twice the man you are. I've never cared about you.
You don't mean that.
I've never felt anything but pity for you. I've never...
No!
But how? I remember it so vividly. I asked her to meet me in her father's hayloft. See, it's just as I remember. I wanted to know if you would go to the festival with me. Janok, of course I'll... Are you all right? Maybe you should sit down.
Delesia, is that you?
Your head is hurting. Here, have some...
Just tell me who this is.
Janok, you're scaring me. It's me, Becky.
Get away!
Janok, please, have a drink. Janok, are you listening? Tomorrow at 8. It's me.
Which one of you is real? I can't tell.
Janok!
So you killed Delesia. It was all your fault. You just chose the Empire as a scapegoat. Janok has been shaking his head all this time.
No, it's impossible. I remember him killing her, but I remember me killing her too. I wrote it down so I wouldn't forget. I recited it every day until the pain became too much and I cast it into the fire. No, I could never burn my memories of Delesia. I pulled it out and concealed it from even myself. But not from her. I could never hide from her. The journal was always there to remind me, but somehow I've still forgotten. Why have I been killing all these people if Delesia's murder was my fault? No, why would I kill the love of my life? This is all wrong.
Okay. This changes nothing. I've come too far to be tricked into giving up. Leave me, phantoms!
I passed. Delesia, I remain true to you.
Janok levels you with a blast of lightning before teleporting out of the room. Your entire party collapses onto the ground, writhing in pain. You think you might have bitten off more than you can chew. Janok is obviously a first-class mage. At this point, he just seems to be toying with you. After what seems like an eternity of pain, you stumble to your feet. The wall to the north was ruined by the storm of magic, revealing a hallway. Janok's last words echo throughout the room. As usual, he sounds completely insane. Perhaps his mental instability will give you the upper hand in a fight. What choice do you have, anyway? Holy shit, he is completely insane! Guardian? Okay. Maybe toss that on Glub. Jeez, how much health does Glub have? Okay, he's full. Bunny, you're gonna need more energy, so... Okay. That was a hell of a story. He is legitimately insane! Wow. I mean, I don't normally say, oh my god, that villain is insane. Nor am I, like, taken this much by it, but he is legitimately insane! You would guess that Janok is waiting for you above the stairway. You'll have already witnessed his strength, and he also has an entire army of golems at his disposal that you have done nothing about. You might want to search the tower for a place to plug in Tuchin's disruption crystal before fighting Janok. Yeah, let's try that. Let's head downstairs. Maybe we did open something down there and I didn't realize. These gates are not open. Oh! Oh, the barrel got down here. You shove the barrel into the crack in the mosaic and are pleased when the gates to the west slide open. You descend flights of stairs deep into Mountain Watch Tower. The sound of whirring machinery tells you that this is where the golems are made. Wouldn't be a bad place to look for a power source either. And there are golems we need to kill.
Why do I have the feeling we're just going to end up dealing with infinite golems? That may be what we're dealing with here. Yeah, we may be dealing with infinite golems here. Okay. Alright, let's see what we can do here. I see void golems up there, so... Hold on. And there's 3 of the ethereal golems up there, which I hate. Okay, this is going to suck. After combat. Okay, that one's actually an anti-magic golem. Okay, get to the anti-magic golem. You look out across the room and get your first glimpse of what is creating the golems. Machinery fills the room below you. There's a machine for making each body part of the golems, and then a final machine to assemble and activate them. As you watch, this last machine finishes making a golem and then infuses it with a massive zap of energy. The golem stands and walks to the end of the room. There's a flash, and it is gone. They must teleport to somewhere else in the tower. Oh great, not what I want at all. Okay, anti-magic golem is dead. Now we just need to deal with the rest of these. The real golems are the ones that have to die here. Okay. That's painful. Probably shouldn't have done that. Okay, almost got the ethereal golem dead, which is good. Good. That's the other golem. Did Glup level up again? How does he keep leveling up? Okay, there we go. A lot of books in here. These books contain drawings of new golem models. It took Janok quite a while to advance from the clunky rock golems to the more nimble metal golems. Perhaps his greatest innovation was golems that could cast magic. Evidently, this isn't a natural behavior for golems. Golems are held together by magic, but don't actually wield it. You don't completely understand how Janok did it, but evidently they use the magic that holds them together to fuel their spells. Theoretically, that should mean that... Oh, a journal. This is a journal to look at. Excuse me. You flip through the journal. It is very long, practically a volume, and written by Janok. It details his flight to the sewers to escape pursuit. He never mentions why he is pursued, or by whom. One passage stands out to you. Lest I forget, they have driven me out. They killed the love of my life, and now they hunt for me as well. Never again will I hear her sweet voice lifted in song, or gaze upon her radiant beauty, for they have taken her from me. She chose to love me, but they were jealous. The gods themselves envied her beauty, and now they have all conspired to take her from me. My revenge will be complete. I will make the people of this accursed hole rue the day they touch my love. Their howls will be sweeter to my ears than even the voice of my darling Delesia. This begins pages of rambling about Janok's retribution. The writings become increasingly insane as you read on. I
just want to see if there's anything on any of these that's actually useful. These books detail Janok's attempts to improve golems so that they can survive a disruption field. Fortunately, he hasn't figured out how to do it yet, but he seems confident that he soon will be able to. Okay. Looks like this is a communications relay that Turchin told you to look for. Beams come from a room to the north to power the machinery in here. Looks like it runs on the same source as the golem factory does. You take out Tuchin's note. The room you are looking at seems to be on a much grander scale than what Tuchin was counting on. There are at least twice as many beams as he expected. Oh well, should be plenty of energy to power your disruption field. You're pleased to see that this control panel has no security devices or traps on it. Seems that Janok wasn't terribly concerned with someone reaching his headquarters. There's nothing standing between you and shutting down the machinery, but you remember Tuchin's instructions on the disruption field. Maybe you could put this to better use by not just destroying it. What do? Power off or on communications relay. The beams flick off and an alarm begins to sound. Evidently the room wasn't as trap-free as you had hoped. Regardless, you can now get to the console in the middle of the room. Central console lies exposed. It is covered in dials and gauges, but it looks just like Tuchin described. It would be a simple matter to plug in the disruption crystal and change a few of the dials as Tuchin instructed you. Do it. You remove the communication gem and insert the disruption crystal. Now for the harder part. Tuchin's instructions say to set the emissions dial to maximum and change the cycle from burst to static. You flip a couple other levers that Tuchin said you needed to. There is, however, one switch Tuchin didn't have in his diagram. It is labeled Emergency Override System. You turn it off. Now you just have to turn on the beams and hope it works. Turn it on. The beams fire into the room and reflect off the mirrors all the way to the disruption crystal. The now familiar feeling of your magic abilities being stifled returns. This is a good sign, but the field doesn't feel particularly strong. A lot of power is probably being lost due to the adapted machinery being used. If you want all the golems to feel the effect, you'll have to divert more power into the crystal. Change the power flow. Divert all power to relay. The beams intensify to the point that you have to step further away. The heat is searing. The machinery to the west grinds to a halt. It seems that all the power from the golem factory is being redirected into the disruption crystal. Even those in your party not gifted in magic are beginning to feel the effects of the disruption field. It drags on your magical equipment and makes you feel lightheaded. You better get out of here. The beam projectors begin to flicker and spark. They weren't meant to transmit this much energy. The disruption field is growing even stronger. By now it must cover all the tower. You can never cast magic in this field. A mind-numbing shriek fills your head and causes you to stumble. You need to get out of here. The machinery is starting to fail. The disruption field is out of control. The crystal itself shines brighter than the sun, causing a flickering, lurid glow across the walls. The shriek continues, so loud you can hardly think. Suddenly an explosion rocks the foundations of the tower. The strain on the machinery finally destroyed it. You are knocked to the floor by the force. The disruption field blinks out. Hopefully that short exposure to the disruption field was enough to unravel the golems. Certainly was enough on your magic users. You don't have time to think much about it. You see the thing most feared by adventurers. Quickfire. It is definitely time to get out, and with all haste. These golems must have been sent here to investigate the alarm you triggered. Now they stand immobilized, drained of the magic that gave them life by the disruption field. As you watch, they begin to fall apart. You escape the lower levels of Mountain Watch with the quickfire hot on your heels. You barrel up the stairs and through the gate. As you do so, a voice speaks. Core failure of Nature 3A. Emergency containment is in effect. The gates slam shut and magic barriers fly into place. Thank goodness you made it out in time. It looks as though the golems are no longer a threat, but their creator remains at large. You should find and kill Janok to complete your quest and eliminate any chance of more golems being made. Okay, that was a thing that happened. Good news. Golems are dealt with. Bad news, we still have to deal with Janok. Okay. We got all our energy back. Everything's ours again. Now we just gotta head back up. Let's get some light here. Okay. And you know what? These stairs must lead to wherever Janok teleported to. You've already destroyed the golems, but you never know what tricks a wizard might have out of his sleeve. You should proceed with great caution. Alright, let's head up. I guess that's his golems being destroyed. Janok sits atop the raised platform in the middle of the room. He grimaces when he sees you enter. You have tested my resolve and found me unwavering. What more do you seek? I suppose if I'm to be tried, then it must be more challenging than simple mind tricks. I will vanquish you here and never look back. He doesn't seem at all concerned that you killed his golems. You soon see why. Janok casts a spell and the runes on the stone columns flanking him begin to glow. One of the pillars fires a bolt of energy at you, while another warps in several monsters. Fighting pillars. You are at a loss about how to combat these. Perhaps magical explosions could damage him. They don't look particularly resilient. Oh geez. We're going to get overwhelmed by monsters, so I'm going to come in and buff up before I start going in there. Let me reload. Alright, let's try this again. Now, from here... Alright. Okay. Okay. Well, I can destroy these, so please do. That's something I'd love to have. Thank you very much. Okay. Let's try a fire blast. Well, that did something. Okay, the pillar crumbles and thankfully stopped zapping you. But I still need to deal with the rest of these. And that spell I cast did not help out as much as I thought it might. There, hopefully that slow does something. Other pillar down. You try and get rid of that summoning pillar. Oh crap, the vampires. Yeah, the vampires need to die. This is going to take a while. Somehow that's actually able to hurt me. Fascinating. Okay. every little bit helps. Those are not pleasant in the slightest. More mages. Why is he... He must be encumbered. Okay. Lightning spray. You. Oh, great. The haste wore off. These pillars are not going away. Right. Give a haste to Bonnie. Fox lost his haste. Come on, get this pillar gone. There we go. That's 2 pillars down. The pillar crumbles. The stream of summoned monsters that you've been contending with has now come to a halt. There's another pillar we need to take down. Okay. Lightning spray again. I killed a few of them. Oh, Drake, no wonder. Okay. Alright. At least... I need to get that one gone. Paralyzed! Not good at all. Well, we lost one of the drakes. That ain't good. And I just realized the situation he's in over there. That got rid of the paralyzation, at least. Is that a healing pylon now that I think about it? That must be a healing pylon. Yeah, I think that's a healing pillar. That's a healing pillar. Already falling apart here. Draco, summon again. Not what I wanted! Yeah, that pillar has to be healing everything. It's the only explanation. They have to be running out of spell energy soon. looks like we may have more of a chance now. A little bit. Okay, you're out of ways to heal yourself. But I think... Okay, I think you can give this to Bonnie. Good. Control foes. Bonnie is controlled. Just what I wanted. I think you have a haste potion. Oh great, he's dying. The way we're split up is not working out here. Okay, that didn't work out at all. Okay, need to get Sheik over there. Well, Glup's down. We really need to rethink this, because this isn't working. We're about to die here. Okay. I'm gonna reload. Okay. I'm gonna have to end this episode here, I'm afraid. We see how this fight goes, and it is a hell of a fight. Jeez. I'm going to need to be careful. That arcane summon we need. We need some good stuff in order to help us out here. And we need to be able to do a lot of damage. If we can survive all that magic... Okay, so one of those pillars casts damaging spells. One of them summons monsters. One of them heals. I think two of them might heal. Either way, we need to deal with it. So we need to take out those pillars as quickly as we can. We need to focus on them. Well, that'll be in the next episode. So until then, I'm Chester44. That is Fox, Sheik, Bonnie, and Draco. This has been a Blades of Avernum Let's Play, and I shall see you all next time.